Join me as we take on the challenge of establishing healthy boundaries in our life and see if we can actually stick to them. Healthy boundaries are essential for our overall well-being. They help us prioritize our needs and protect our time, energy, and emotional well-being from being drained. Without them, we risk feeling overwhelmed, taken advantage of, and even burned out. When it comes to establishing boundaries, many of us face common challenges that hold us back. One of the biggest fears is conflict. We worry that setting boundaries will lead to arguments or even the loss of relationships. This fear can be so consuming that it prevents us from taking action. Another challenge is guilt. We feel guilty for prioritizing our own needs and putting ourselves first. We may think that we're being selfish or that we're not doing enough for others. This guilt can lead to people-pleasing and an excessive need for validation from others. Additionally, we may struggle with assertiveness. We may not know how to communicate our boundaries effectively, or we may worry that we'll come across as aggressive or confrontational. This can lead to passive-aggressive behavior or even avoidance of conversations altogether. Finally, we may lack clear boundaries ourselves, which can make it difficult to establish them with others. We may not know what our own limits are, or what we're comfortable with. This can lead to feelings of resentment and frustration when others overstep our boundaries. There are several types of boundaries that are important to establish in our lives. Emotional boundaries, for example, involve setting limits on how much emotional energy we invest in others. This can include avoiding over-involvement in other people's drama or limiting how much we take on emotional labor for others. Physical boundaries, on the other hand, involve setting limits on our physical space and body. This can include setting boundaries around touch, personal space, or even social media profiles. Time boundaries are also crucial, as they help us prioritize our schedule and protect our time from being wasted. This can include setting limits on how much time we spend on tasks, meetings, or even social engagements. One pivotal insight I've gained is that setting boundaries can drastically improve our relationships and personal happiness. When we establish clear boundaries, we're able to show up more fully and authentically in our relationships. We're able to communicate more effectively, prioritize our own needs, and even build trust and intimacy with others. By setting boundaries, we're able to create a sense of safety and respect in our relationships. We're able to prioritize our own needs and desires, rather than constantly putting others first. This can lead to deeper, more meaningful connections and a greater sense of overall happiness. Setting boundaries also allows us to prioritize self-care and prioritize our own well-being. When we say no to others, we're able to say yes to ourselves. This can lead to greater feelings of confidence, self-worth, and personal fulfillment. In conclusion, establishing healthy boundaries is essential for our overall well-being. It allows us to prioritize our needs, protect our time and energy, and even improve our relationships and personal happiness. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you've struggled with setting boundaries or have any tips to share, please leave them in the comments below. And if you're interested in learning more about self-care strategies, be sure to check out my next video.